Hello guys,
Yeah,
how are you?
fine.
Are you okay?
Okay.
So today is 26th October 2017. My name is Eugene. I'm a student in Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern Hampshire University, and I'm conducting this interview as a part of my academic work. With their consent, I will record the interview and use information in a street video interview. I'm working for the contribute to the society. The interview will be used to create a street interview and submit it to College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This recording will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in Code for America online evaluation system to each only, and the evaluator and Code for America staff will have access to it. So, do you have any question for that?
So I don't have any question.
So, you guys, do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes, I agree.
Okay. If yes, everyone is going to repeat what I'm going to say. Let me start by you. I
I, Daniel Nakudiayo,
give my formal consent to participate
I give my informed consent to participate
in this interview to be recorded
in this interview to be recorded
and used as part of the student academic work.
and used as a part of students' academic work.
Thank you so much. You too. I,
Innocent Nyumba,
give my formed consent to participate
give my informed consent to participate
in this interview to be recorded
in this interview to be recorded
and used as a part of my student academic work.
and used as part of students' academic work.
So thank you so much, guys. So here I have a question, questions that you're going to answer. So let me start by the first questions. As usual, I'm going to start with you. So what are the three branches of government? Do you know about them?
Oh, I only know three. I don't know if there are many others, but I know executive branch, I know judicial branch, and legislative branch.
Thank you so much. So what about you? Do you know the three branches of government?
Yeah, actually, I have information about that there is executive and legislative and judicial. Yeah.
So thank you so much. So the second question is that what does each branch do?
What I know for legislative branch is for just setting the laws and laws for the government or for the citizens to follow, and for the executive are the ones. Let's say president is included in executive branch and is responsible for executing or implementing all those laws. And about the judicial branch, I think it's about justice, right? Yeah.
So what about you? Do you know what each branch do?
I think also it's not more about what he come to say. For judiciary, I know that there is integration of judges. I understand that there is judges and executive. There are those ones who are charge of executive laws, and for legislative, you have like deputies who are there to monitor the laws and how they can get in the population.
Yeah. So the first question is that Democratic and Republican are the major parties we do have in America. So do you know any other third party?
Okay, to be honest, I only know those two. I know Republicans and Democrats, and maybe I think the other party are people who are not neither Democrats or Republicans. I think so. Right.
So what about you?
Yeah, mainly we know that there is a Republican, Democratic, and but for other third parties, we know that there is those ones who are not the dominant, and maybe you can say that there is a Green Party and Independents, so but they are not known even in the population. Yeah.
So the last question is about what is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law?
The process by which a bill becomes a law?
Yeah.
I think I don't have any idea about that. Maybe you can tell me afterwards.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, that's a long process, by the way, because this concerns about those who are in the government, so they have a long process. So for us, population, we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay,
Maybe you shall explain afterwards.
Yeah. So you guys, thank you so much for this interview.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, 22.
Thank you. So, as the second part of this video, I'm going to say more about uh, the branches of the government, of course. As an introduction, the United States of America government has the structure, and the structure uh, are there for helping the citizen to have a good wealth and a good environment to live. So each structure is very important for the American citizen, of course. So the first question asked about the three branches of government. So there is a legislative branch, which is made by Congress and the House Representative and the Senate. So the second branch is about the executive branch, and it's made by the presidents, vice presidents, first lady, and the other cabinet like secretaries and advisors. So the third is the judicial branch, which is there command the judges and the courts. So as the role of each branch, for legislative branch. Is there to present the citizen, because every region choose their representative in Congress. So they are there to present the ideas and the perspectives of the citizen in the Congress. So executive branch is for the presidents. They lead the country, and also they have to present the country abroad. They have to make sure that the country have a good relationship with other countries. About the judiciary branch is there to protect the rights and the freedom of the citizen. So what each branch do? So each branch has their responsibilities, of course. Let me start by legislative branch. Legislative branch, as I said, the house, they are house representative and the senate. So one of their role is like to create the laws, to execute the laws, to create treaties. Here, the treaties between United States and the other countries, or United States and UN. So those treaties, they are created by those legislative branch, Senate and House representative. They also interpret the law, they nominate officials, as well as they contribute in making the budget. So executive branch, as I said, this is a branch led by the government, the first lady, um, cabinet, and the other advisors of the president. So they are there to treat the country. Also, they present the country in different ceremonies. Also, they have to make sure that there is a good relationship between the United States and the other countries. About judicial branch, one of the role of this executive branch is president can sign a veto. Also, they nominate federal judges. Also, they must sign on the budget as other laws. Also, they have to attend the different ceremonies. The third branch is judiciary branch. Judiciary branch, they are made up by judges and the Supreme Court. Take final decision and the other courts. So here, Supreme Court is the one who take the final decision, of course. One of the responsibilities, or the role of this judicial branch, is about they take decisions which is difficult to be taken by other branches. Also, they protected the laws and the freedom and the right of the citizen. Also, they control and punish other branches when a person from other branches have a mistake. So they're the one who can punish him or her. Uh, there is a connection, of course, even if they are different, but they have a connection. So one of their connections is that each branch connected to each other. For example, laws are created by the legislative branch. Also, the executive branch signed on this law. Also, they make sure that the application of this law is going well. So, judicial branch is there to protect the laws and the freedom and right of the people. That is the main connections of those three branches. So you can ask yourself how the regulation of each other. There is a certain regulation. All of them, they respect each other, of course, because they have a unit and they have to work for the same purpose of helping their citizens to have a good wealth. Um, the third question was about Republic and Democrats are the main party in the United States, so we know that. So what is the third party? So the third party is the minor party. The minor party is another party which is not maybe Republic or Democratic. So each another party which is not totally different from those two, we call them the minor party. Uh, So back into those main two parties, Democratic and Republic. So we are going to see them in deeply. Let me start by Republican Party. So Republican Party founded in Northern State in 1854 by anti-slavery activists on Modern Rise, where those people they have seen that they saw that expansion of slavery is a great evil. So they have initiative to prevent that. So this is the mainly what the Republican Party started because of this expansion of slavery trade, especially to be kept out of Arkansas. So the party controlled by presidents through about 1920s, which high tariffs and business interest. There was they put before the business interest and the high tariffs. So Abraham Lincoln was the first Republican president. So their symbol is lead, of course. There is 18 presidents in Republicans presidents from the history of the United States. 18 presidents are Republicans. So let me come to Democratic Party. Democratic Party is another party. It started by Andrew Jackson, is the first president who was the Democratic Party. So from 1930, party promoted the liberal, social, democratic, and the progressive. So they come for anti-federalist functions, of course. It gained the powers in 1800 from 1931 up to 1995. Was the most presidential elections until 1965. So Franklin D. Roosevelt have a special here because he was voted 4 times for becoming the president of the United States of America. This is because America was in hard time of the Great Depression. So and the Americans didn't need to change the president because Roosevelt was the one who is able to help them to overcome this problem. So the bulldog is their symbol, and about in the history of United States of America, 15 presidents are Democratic. So let me come again of that minor party. So minor party, they remain minor party, but the most known are the Libertarian Party, Constitutional Party, and the Green Party. So the role of this minor party, you can ask yourself, maybe minor party are not Democratic, are not Republican. What is their role? So they have a role in the country. One of their role is that they influence the election by taking votes of other candidates from Republican and Democratic parties. So they put pressure on the candidate to organize and mobilize every single issue so that the other candidate can focus on the problem of the citizen. Um, an example is that American Independent Party candidate George Welf gained 30.5% of the population vote in the election of 1968. So also in 2000, also Green Party presidential candidate, the Republican Friday took votes away from Democratic Al Gore, which favored the Republican George W. Bush to win the elections. So you understand that also the minor party play a big role, play a great role in the politics of America because they put pressure on those many candidates from Republican and Democratic parties so that they can focus on the problem of the people. So the next point is about how does a bill becomes a law. Generally, it is a longer process. It's a longer process for having a bill and turns it to law. Um, the first process is that anyone can draft and can draft a bill, and members of Congress can introduce a registration of that bill. This process is what you call all on the members of the Congress who introduce this bill. We call them a sponsor or sponsors. The next step is about the committee. Committee introduce to communicate committee like health committee, education committee, and other committee are there to analyze this bill, and also they examine it carefully and giving the chance there different professionals, government officials, experts, and other people who can give them ideas, who can understand deeply way about this bill. So here the committee is there for this to lead those discussions. So when the committee accepted the passage of the bill, it's accepted. But when they don't accept, the bill is already died. So the government also to be submitted to the bill is going to subcommittee. So the subcommittee is there to discuss different professionals, as well as I said. So voting is another process. Voting here, the bill is passed by members of the House Representative and the Senate, so that they can vote for that bills. So each house should also discuss on that bill. Means that House Representative and Senate should also, all of them, discuss on that bills. When all those steps finish, so both house and Senate should approve the bill. So there should be, after those debates, after the discussion in subcommittee. So the house and the Senate should accept, or should approve the bills. So the last is about president vetoes the bill, but also here, if the president does not accept the bill, but two-thirds or 75% of the House Senator and the House Representative accepted the bills, so these bills also become the law. I understand that there is two possibilities. President can veto the bill, but if he or she does not veto the bill, but 75% of the Senate, or two-thirds of the Senate and House Representative accept the bill, so these bills become the law. So generally, this was my video, and thank you so much for attention. And I'm very impressed on how you make this session. Thank you so much.